Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching my content, whatever time zone you're watching my content in, or whatever country you watch my content in. Welcome back. We are going to do a small video today about normal gamers and what you can do to be a little bit more efficient. I am learning as I go that some of the better gamers, some of the elite gamers who are in your community, if they are willing to pull you through higher level nightmare tiers, it's nice. It will help you out to level you. It will help you out to get gear. So this is going to show you how to be a little bit more respectful to them and help them out a little bit, and basically help you out a bit more also. So a couple of things that you need to learn, things that you need to do. One, they are going to attempt to run these as fast as they can, because the faster you run these, the faster you are going to level up, the faster you're going to get better gear, the faster you are going to get your glyph leveled up on nightmare dungeons. And like I said, the more legendaries you're going to get, the more time you spend inside of a dungeon, the more legendaries you'll get, and the better gear you'll have. The more gear you get, the better chances you have to upgrade gear. So a couple of things that you have to learn to do. Okay, now, no, I have not just come out of a dungeon. I have, well, basically, the last time I was on this character, I came out of a dungeon and I saved some of this gear. Let me show you what you need to do. A couple things. When you come out of a dungeon, the first thing you need to do is learn to clean your bags as quickly as possible, because either the elite gamers or the better gamers that are willing to take you and drag you through these things are going to want to get back in quicker. So what you need to do is learn to clean your bags quickly. So what I am going to do is show you here my process for cleaning gear bags. My process is pretty simple. I am currently on Tabitha. She is my level 77 druid. Again, big difference between a normal gamer and an elite gamer. Normal gamers are still leveling characters. The elite gamers have leveled 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 characters already, because again, the differences between a normal gamer and an elite gamer. So the elite gamers or the better gamers, not all of them now, that are in your community, that are willing to take you through these things, are going to want to get back in quickly. So let's do this here. Let me show you how I do things. First of all, you're going to understand that you got a bag full of gear, and you're not going to want to throw away anything that's bad for you, and you're not going to want to throw away anything that you might be able to change to imprint and make yourself a decent legendary out of. So what you are going to need to do, though, is, again, clean it out. Granted, the elite gamers can mouse over a piece of gear, tell you, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, and they can do it basically that fast. They can look at it, oh, that's good, that's good. I can't. I am not to that point yet. I know the basics and stuff like that. So that's about all. Still have to look and figure out, do I need crit damage or quit? I know that on rings I need critical strike, vulnerable, critical strike to vulnerable, critical strike to close enemies. I want critical strikes, and on my neck piece, I don't know exactly what I need yet, but I'm still working on that. So, again, if you're like me and don't know exactly what goes on a piece of gear, because currently Diablo 4 is a new game, I haven't learned it yet. So, now, my classification, the way I get rid of the stuff in my bag is instantaneously. If I picked up blue gear, I know I'm not going to wear it or upgrade it at all, so I automatically go ahead and classify that as junk as quickly as I can. All right, same thing with gems, like your diamonds and your sapphires and stuff like that. You know you're not going to use that. Okay. Oh, well, there's a white piece. I know I'm not going to use that, so go ahead and do that as quickly as you can. Then the rest of it is you're going to separate out as quickly as you can your legendary gear. Put those aside for right now. All right, where is it going? Don't know where it's going. Right there. All right, and mouse over here, find another legendary. All right, that's cool. That goes there. Any more legendaries? Yep, we got one right here. We're going to do that and swap those out. And so All right, so now what I do is I look at the item levels. This is a 751, and so what I do is there are breakpoints in certain pieces of gear. I'm going to read them off to you. I've got it written down. There are 6 tiers of gear. The level 1 tiers, and you've got to remember that as you level, you can use the same system as you level. If you are a low level tune, or if you're leveling an alt, if you're leveling something, you can use this system to basically get rid of gear. You're looking for the highest level of gear in a bracket. Okay, so the brackets are this: level 1 gear goes from level 1 to 149. Level 2 gear goes from level 150 to 339. The level 3 gear goes from 340 to 459. The level 4 gear goes from 460 to 624. The level 5 gear goes from 625 to 724. And the level 6 gear goes from 725 and up. I know that it's a 820 up to possibly 850 gear. I don't know if I've seen any more than anything better than 850. So these are the breakpoints. So a couple of things to keep in mind. If you have a level 149 piece of gear or at level 1 and you are a low level character, if you want to attempt to upgrade that, the minute you go from 149 to 150, you are going to change the breakpoints on that gear, and basically it may end up being a worse piece of gear, so you're not going to want to upgrade it. So pay attention to certain things on the gear levels, like I have just read to you. You can find those on the web. Go search them and find your breakpoints on your gear. You don't want to save too low of a level gear, but you want to get your gear as close to those breakpoints as you can and upgrade them to where they actually turn out pieces of gear. So currently right now, I am at level 77. I am in the 725 and up gear. So I'm saving 750 gear. I know that when I look at it, if it says 750 on it, I'm going to save it. This is a piece of gear. So now, quickly, when you come out of the dungeon, you've already found the blue pieces of gear, you've gotten rid of them. White pieces of gear, yep, you've also got rid of them. So now what you're going to do is you're going to mouse over and look 751 item. I'm going to keep that because I'm looking for 750 or above gear. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep this one at 656. No, it's not my 751 or better, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. 730, again, 750 or more. You can make things a little bit easier by clicking the sort button here. I want to show you. And when you click the sort button, everything it puts everything like chess pieces. This are focuses, and this is another focus. This is it sorts everything together from highest to the left on the left to the lowest on the right. So what I have here is 2 pieces of chess. There's 2 pieces of gear. That is 734. So you know you're not going to get that. If it's got another chess piece on there, you know you're not going to keep that. So you can right click it. And this one currently being a bone weave armor chest, it is actually worse than what I have. And let me bring up here. Come on, Blizzard, you got to fix some of this stuff. That's currently on mine to where I'm using the werebear chest. So I know that I'm not going to do that. So instantaneously, either you're going to sell it or you're going to salvage it. Me, I'm going to end up selling it because I need the gold. So go ahead and sell that. Focus, again, that is not 750, so I'm going to sell that. And so this one we already know is blue, and it's under 750, is gone. All right, rare two-handed axe. I'm not using two-handed axes, but that one is 749. Even if I were using two-handed, I would say no, so that automatically brings me to my next weapon. 748 is the staff. I know that I'm not using staff, so I go ahead and get rid of that. Same thing with this one. It's a two-handed staff. Well, no. This is a legendary piece. It is actually better. It is a two-handed axe. I am not using two-handed. Notice I am using a one-hander and an offhand. So I am going to sell it. Now, the thing is, when you mouse across a legendary piece of gear, quickly look at the bottom to see what the thing is. This one's basic skills gain 42% attack speed. It is not a maximum roll, so I'm not going to create an aspect out of it. So more than likely, I'm going to sell it or junk it, or I am not using that aspect on any of my gear. That I already know. So I'm going to sell it or junk it. So we're going to do that. So, there you go. So, next piece is two-handed. Again, I'm not using two-handed. It's $7.79. It's $6.79. So no, that's gone. So basically 666. Nope. And again, this is a axe. Nope. 746. Nope. Again, 665. Nope. And this one is 681. And I am not using the core skills out of that, and it is not a max roll. So nope. Again, we go all the way down here, and we're on pairs of pants. 751. I am going to keep that. It is over my excuse me, my 750 limit, and I will check it out later. And this one is 741. It is not over my 750 limit, so we're going to get rid of it. And this one is under my 750 limit for pants. Again, get rid of it. Again, get rid of it. Again, look at this piece. Nope. And this one is rare boots. It is not. It is 776. And so possibility, we're going to leave it alone. We're going to leave it there because it is over my 750 limit. And this end is 682. It's over my limit, and I'm not using core skills deal up to 40%, although that is a maximum roll. So at this point in time, you're going to make your decision. Am I gonna keep it and take the aspect off of it? Yes, I'm going to keep the aspect on that. So I'm going to go to my next one, my ring. 649. Nope. Same thing here. Now the rest I've got is gems. So you see how fast I can go through a bag. So you make your decisions. Then you go down here or wherever you're at. And sell your gear. Or disenchant your gear or salvage your gear. That's up to you. I need the money. Like I said, right now, I currently only have 25.9 mil, so I'm going to use it and sell what I've already done. Now, again, the leftover pieces that you have here, all right? If you are going to keep the gems, which is fine, and the leftover pieces, then when you are in group, you are going to go to your stash, or where, preferably your stash is the only other place I know of to go in the game. And what you're going to do is you're going to find a spot in your stash. And you are going to go, let's see here, my Druid tab. Yep, that is my Druid tab. All right, let's go back here. And you're going to put the gear over here that you are saving for later. That is a good start. And then you're going to deposit your gems in your gem tab. There, your bag is clean. Now, if you do this right, and you do this properly, you can open up your bag and click the sort button. And then start from your left to right and run as quickly as you can through the gear and figure out what you are going to do. And that way you can get back into another higher level dungeon or to a higher level nightmare dungeon to increase your glyphs, and the people, and you're being considerate as you can to the higher levels. You want to get your bags cleared as quickly as possible so you can get back in these dungeons and you can level your character more and you can level your glyphs more, and the more time you spend in dungeons, the better, the more gear you get, and the more gear you get, the better chances you have of getting a good piece of gear. Now, you can see the banks, and like I said, you can come back later. This is what some of the stuff is all set up for. You can come back later, and if you want to, I don't sort my banks. I have specific spots for each pieces of gear and places. So you can look through my bank, like this is my Necro tab over here. And this is my currently my Druid tab. This is where I keep my gems and potions and stuff. And yes, I have gotten a couple of these. I don't figured out what I'm going to do with them. I can't use them. So, and they only sell for 1 gold each. So, anyway, you can come back later before you log off, and you're going to look at this gear, and you're going to look at the pieces of gear here, and then make your decisions of what you're going to do. You can tab in and out at that point in time if you have to look at, say, Max Roll or Icy Veins or one of the other sites that you are maybe using to help build your character. You can look at their gear specifics and their gear recommendations, and at that point in time, you can come over here and look and say, okay, the pants are 751 armor, and let's see here, what is mine? It shows mine. Mine are 666 plus 25% upgrade, and I have imprinted damaging an elite enemy grants me a barrier. on it. So that's what we're going to want to be put on this pants. So you're going to look at what I have on mine. Mine currently has 3 rings of trample, 3 potion capacity, and a 280 maximum life. So let's look at this pair of pants. All stats, strength, potion drop rate. The potion drop rate is okay. The dodge chance is okay. 14 stat, but again, I lose 3 rings of trample, 3 potion capacity, and maximum life. So I'm not going to use that. Put this back over here and worry about it in just a minute. All right, let's look over here. The boots, they are over 750, which is what I was looking for. They give me werewolf form, total armor while in werewolf form. I don't use werewolf form, I use werebear form. Slow duration reduction, that's okay. Dodge chance against distant enemies, okay, and willpower. These are not too bad, but again, do they match the stats that whatever build you are using is asking for? You will have to figure that out. If I were to put them on, I'd lose my maximum of aid charge and all stats and fortify generations. So more than likely, I am not going to use these, and they don't have movement speed on them, which I usually try to get on a pair of boots. I did not get that on this pair of boots. So again, there's where we're looking at. So, but I did get evade charges. So I currently have, if you want to look, 4 evade charges. So anyway, you want to go back later and look at the stuff you're going to get, and like I said, mark them as junk and either salvage them or sell them. So let's recap here real quick. The first thing you want to do, excuse me, when you come out of a dungeon is to go to your town, wherever it is, and sort your bags. Either use the sort button here or just do it normally. What you're going to look for is item breakpoint levels and know where they're at. I read them off earlier. You can, as I read them off, you could write them down if you want to, or you can even go look up at item breakpoint levels on the web and go from there and write those down and figure out where you're at on each character that you have. So set that up to, so when you go mouse over it, you know, there's a breakpoint I want. No, yes or 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 no. So you can hit your space bar. So once you get that done, go over to your stash, put anything in your stash that you figure is worth keeping, that might be worth keeping, and then go and then put your gems in there if you want to. And if you want to, you can clean out your consumables area and throw some potions in there for lower level characters if you want to. So you can do that if you want to. But at that point in time, you should be clean. Your bag should be clean, and you should be ready to go again. You should tell these nice folks that are helping drive you or pull you through some of these higher level dungeons that you are ready. So let's go again. The more time you spend in dungeons, the more equipment you get. The more equipment you get, the better chances you get at having better gear, and the better gear you have, the more damage you will do. So anyway, that is my guide, my setup on how to work your way through dungeons if you have people helping you out, and how to be considerate to them, and how to get in and out of dungeons quickly, because they're going to want to get in and out as quickly as possible. You are going to want to agree with that and get in and out of dungeons as quickly as possible. So okay, again, I'll give you good tips. Thank you all for watching this video, and I hope you have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you watch my content in, or whatever country you watch my content in. Thank you all. We shall see you later.